Joyce from Sunnyside. Boy, am I glad to see your name come up.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. You asked the question, well, what are you doing or what have you been doing in this situation? Well, every conversation that I have walked in on this week, and it's the same thing, blaming Zimmerman, oh, he's the worst thing, and I immediately say, had Zimmerman been a black man that killed Treyvon, we wouldn't be having this conversation. And all of a sudden, they start agreeing with me, and that's unusual in my community for them to agree with me. But I said, if it appears that I'm angry, I said I am angry. I am angry about all the young black. I don't have to leave Sunnyside. I can give you case after case of young blacks that have been shot dead like dogs by other young blacks. Nobody have marched for them. And if it appears I'm angry, I am angry as hell that we have this kind of mentality that we are out here acting a fool. And I'm going to tell you who's profiting: Skittles and the people who make hoodies. I am so sick and tired of this. Everywhere I look, school children walking out of school. Had that happened when I was in school, I wouldn't have been able to sit down for a week. Walking out of school for some foolishness like this, and I'm so tired of racism. Oh, it's racism. It was a very terrible thing that happened. I was not there. I do not know all the facts, and I refuse to give my opinion one way or the other. Wait until the facts are out. And all these, and it is so sad, Michael, that these race hustlers are pimping and prostituting this family in the midst of that tragedy. And I feel like the family is not really conscious of what they are doing to them. They are not worried about this dead child. They are worried about supporting their agenda. And the president come on board with how many, even in where he was a community organizer, how many blacks have been killed in Chicago? I'm just so sick of these race hustlers fanning the flames of racism. And you know, I'm probably alone in this statement. I've not heard anyone, and I'm not trying to besmirch this young man's character, but instead of going out buying your 16, 17-year-olds some Skittles and some hoodies, why not tell them that, you know, this is one of the consequences of what are you doing being expelled from school? Do the right thing. Don't have anything in your backpack that's not school functional. Don't do that. You're not telling them that. All you're telling them is to go with some Skittles and get in front of a camera acting a damn fool. And I am so sick of it, Michael. I don't know what to do. And I am afraid. I am afraid because racism, you know, we were doing quite well in this country. We have made some progress. There have been some bad things that happened, but this is the greatest nation on God's green earth. And I'm so tired of racism. And I think about what my foreparents went through with. They didn't go through the suffering that they went through with for me to be black. They went through that suffering for me to be free. And we are just all that under our feet with this foolishness. And we need to stop. Joe, we need to step back and look at what we are doing to this nation. And when the president got involved in it, does this man realize what he's doing to this country? Sometimes, and you know, it's hard for me to be speechless, but sometimes I don't know what to say about this foolishness. Every time I turn on the TV, Michael, I try to change channels. There it is. I change another channel. There. It's been going on for over a week, 24 hours a day. What is this doing to our great country? No, we're not.
You know, it scares me, Joyce. It really scares me.
It scares me, Michael.
Well, sweetheart, thank you for calling in. So many people had emailed and said, where is Joyce? Why has Joyce not weighed in? And I almost called you, but I thought, you know what? Joyce will call in when Joyce is ready to say something.
Yeah, well, you know, I stay quite busy doing things.
I know you do.
I don't have time to be out here fanning the racism. I'm out here helping people, cooking for the sick, and doing stuff like this. And so that's why I haven't been heard. But
that's why people that know you love you.
And I'm still
And I'm not going to lie. I've told you this before, and it happens to be the truth, and you know I'm telling the truth. How old are you again?
Some months shy of 80 years old.
Y'all are going to think I'm pandering. I'm not. If you saw Joyce, you would walk up and hit on her. She is a beautiful woman. I am not lying, and you know I'm telling the truth because you know all the men that you run into hitting on you at church and everywhere else. Am I wrong? Am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Beautiful woman.